Okay, so this is the Chosen Podcast, and this is the 9th episode of the Chosen Podcast. And this is a bit of a surprise episode. This is like a bonus episode because I never knew I would get such a high-level MMA guy on so quick. But luckily enough for myself, I'm chilling with Gideon, the Juggernaut Drotschie.
Yo.
Yeah, previous EFC champion,
Yeah,
light heavyweight champion.
That's it.
And I think he wants his title back in a hurry.
or a different division's title.
Or a different division's title. Okay. Are you in a different division now?
I'm dropping down now I'm fighting middleweight.
Okay.
So Juggernaut Ebanks is a middleweight fighter, so I'm dropping down to middleweight to face him.
Okay, I thought that's a light heavyweight fight.
No, it's a middleweight fight.
Okay.
We're dropping. I made the drop due to my lower back, and so we go with from
Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize you. You look a lot lighter. Is
Yeah.
that why I didn't recognize you? You bigger like before, am I right?
Yeah, I'm a bit more ripped.
Okay.
So lost a lot of weight. Came down from 99. Now I'm like close to 87, 86.
Sure, it's a lot of weight. Okay. So tell me, how did you start MMA? How did it all start? Boxing or grappling? I know you were with Rico acting
Yes,
for
I
a long
delved
time.
right into MMA. I saw, like in 2009, I started, mid 2008, I started watching this thing that came on MTV, Bully Beatdown.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I started watching it, and I got really interested in it. I've heard of the UFC and stuff, and I've seen a few fights, but I've never really had my focus on it or was really interested in it until I started watching this Bully Beatdown, where bullies come on the show, and then they face an MMA fighter, and they get beaten or and then now in the show they show stuff like he showed like an armbar, how to make someone tap, an armbar, leg lock, and
so they grappled or whatever.
yes, the first 5 minutes was a grappling round.
Okay.
And then the second 5 minutes is a striking round only.
Okay.
So and then I went to a bar, Kelsriver, and I saw like one of my old guys from school, and I started talking about him about this MMA stuff, and he said there's actually a guy in Kelsriver training out of his garage, a well-known guy, and I went to him on I think it was a Monday or a Tuesday.
Sure.
These classes were Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I went to him on a Tuesday, and I went to go watch and see what it's all about. And they were just grappling, and I liked it. And the Thursday, I went back and I did my first class, and the black belt upstairs, Juan also, he gave the class, and my first class, I put him in a leg lock while we were busy rolling. So, and he asked me where the hell did I see that, because I've never done it before, and I saw it on Bully Beatdown. So it probably wasn't on right, but he just.
But can I be honest with you? You look like a guy that got in a lot of fights in primary school or high school, that. So you maybe had some scuffs.
I wasn't known as a fighter in high school. Guys didn't want to mess with me. Even they tried to rob my brother, and my brother told me, I'm just gonna go fetch my brother. And like, go fetch your brother, man. Fuck him, we'll fuck him up as well. And I was like, and they were like, and my brother was like, my brother's Gideon Drotschie, like, sorry man, shit, here's our chocolate, let's go. They were like, sorry, we walked away, and I was known in school for fights, and
you and your brother look like you tussled a lot, like that's why you're both fighters.
Yeah, we tussle with each other we do the MMA to be able to tussle with each other better now. And so I also started working as a bartender at a club, and
how old were you when
when I worked at a bar where I was 16, and so I was working at a club, and when I started the MMA, I was only 22. So
did you do weights or anything before that?
Well, rugby, and did weights while I was doing my rugby, but never just like fucking around. I did weights in school. You do your stuff, and so I've been doing now. Currently, I've probably been gymming for about 14, 15 years, and as soon as I hit 22 and I heard about this, I gave up rugby, and I never looked back. And now, 5 months after I started training, I won my first grappling competition, And then I told just before the grappling competition, I told Rico, like, listen, dude, I want to fight. This is what I want to do. And he said, like, do this grappling competition. If you do good, then we get a fight for you. And I got a gold medal.
Sure.
So
was that in a jiu-jitsu competition?
Yeah, the competition. The competition isn't anymore. It's gas.
Okay, I heard about that.
Groundworks, absolute submission shootout. It's a 10-minute round. You no points.
Eddie told me about that.
Yes, you go just for like a 10-minute round solid, and then your gold, bronze, and silver medals. It's no time limit. You go until someone taps. So I think the longest
submission rules or something like that.
Yeah, only submission. So you get points on how quick you submit someone.
Okay.
So
when you tap the guys.
Yeah, I tapped guys that's been training with Rico for quite a while, and I tapped them, and I just went on tapping the guys, and I won the division. And Rico, and 3 months after that, I won my first fight.
That's awesome. So when did you get in the? How long after?
Well, when
training did you get in the EFC?
When I started, EFC was like the first EFC event was I think November 2009.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 2009, and then I started training in 2010, and it was probably what 2.5 years. Then I made my EFC debut. Well, then I got my pro license. I did a pro fight at CFL2. And I did my first pro fight with the EFC after that, and I beat the number 4th ranked guy in the first round, and so there I am.
Okay, and then you obviously, we all know about, you went on to win the title.
Yeah.
That was big.
I won the interim title against Dani van Heerden.
Okay.
And then the champion at that stage was JP Hubert.
Okay.
And he gave up the title. And then I defended the title against Fraser Opie in Cape Town.
Okay.
So the first EFC in Cape Town, I went to go watch. The second EFC in Cape Town, I fought.
Okay. Yeah, that was like
yeah.
So you've come a long way. Like you've obviously you won the title, and then subsequently since then you've lost the title.
Yeah, in my fight with Fraser Opie, as they do the tape of the tail, they zoom out and you see the hexagon, and you can actually see me jump, and then my foot, my heel went underneath. Fucking, I landed wrong, and I tore a ligament in my ankle while looking at the guy. And then I fought the fight. You can see in the fight how my ankle started swelling, and I beat him in the second round. And I was in a moon boot, and after that my back had given me problems before the time, but after that incident where I had to be in a moon boot, everything is skew. So my body had to align itself, and then that's when my back.
So your back went out of alignment, like.
Yeah, because you walk in a moon boot, so you don't have a lot of pressure.
You don't have the
so my left leg was like taking everything, and now so compensating for everything. Now it has to work on both sides. So that's when problems started happening. I tore a disc between my L5S1, and that was pressing up against a nerve, and I couldn't. If I straighten out my leg, I couldn't lift it higher than 45 degrees off the ground. If I bend it, I could lift it high and I could do some kicks, but it was very uncomfortable. I couldn't do strength training. So then after that, I was in the moon boot for like 2 months. Right after that, they said I must defend my title against Norman Wessels. I didn't really have a lot of time to train and also, you know, when I lost the fight then, but he did something very unexpected that I didn't know he was going to do. In all his previous fights, he never like really took the guys down. He was a standing guy, and I was training for a standing opponent, and he took me down. And
but he's known as a grappler. He's known for that.
He is known now, but in his previous, like the EFC 1 and
he wasn't doing that. So
he wasn't really.
The tape that you were watching wasn't showing that he was doing that.
So, but then, you know, they obviously the game plan was to take me down and keep me on the ground because they knew.
Obviously, they've got a good team there at Fight Fit Militia. Let's be honest, they had a game plan and they looked at everything and how to build up.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, they have a good team. They have a lot of fighters.
Yeah.
Where I had 5-6 guys. They had 18, 15 guys.
That's the struggle with Cape Town fighters at the moment.
Especially.
Where they have a lot more and
Yeah.
guys to pull, a bigger pool of
Yes.
fighters
And to
around
play-
there.
play
We
with.
have a smaller pool,
Yeah.
but we're still making waves. If you look at it, we're still making waves.
Cape Town is good on the EFC cards. You know, we represent and we show that we in there.
I got a question for you, like you very young, like how old are you now?
I'm 25 with 6 years experience.
You're 25. You're
With
25, right?
With 6 years experience, I'm 31.
Say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you were like the youngest champion. Must have been one of the youngest champions. No.
I was the youngest light heavyweight champion. I'm not one of the youngest. I was the
Okay,
youngest
but
light heavyweight.
as an MMA fighter, that is quite young to be a champion.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of the other MMA champions, they went EFC champions. They went on to the UFC,
Yeah.
and you must have seen that for yourself.
Well, you know, that's what I wanted, and I had the game plan because already I got the title, I defended it once, and unfortunately,
How does
due to
the
my back.
injury spanner throw that obviously threw a spanner in your works?
Yeah.
How did that affect you? Like?
yeah, it was
Because this
shit,
is a goal
man. I
that you're
didn't
aiming
like
for,
it.
bro.
Yeah,
And
you know,
you're missing it out. What
it
happened?
was when my back went, I knew there was going to be problems, and you know, it was just one of those things. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, at least I got it sorted. After my Drotschie fight, there was a guy that came and he gave me a lot of money and he helped me, and I got my back sorted, and yeah, I was very happy, and now I am again. Yeah.
Here we go. So now you're back onto the.
Winning
You're back
ways,
onto the path.
hopefully.
You're back onto the path. Like,
Yeah.
What do you see happening in? You're gonna fight E-Banks, right?
Yes, Junaid Ebanks. He's
Junaid
a
Ebanks.
fighter from England. I've already beaten one guy from England. It's going to be nothing to beat the next guy.
He's what is his specialty? Ground.
He's like,
stand,
I think he's
upper
a
muscle?
wrestler. He's a wrestler guy. Throws some wild punches and then uses his wrestling to take guys down. And his stand-up isn't very good. So, but we're going to test it. Hopefully now, you know, he had a good camp, and yeah, his last fight that I saw, he lost. He took the guy down, and the guy armbarred him from his back. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you
We're gonna
look
see.
like you're confident that
Yeah,
this
I'm
one.
going to get this guy.
Listen, yeah, I got your back. I'm going to support you all the way. You're going to hear me shout you there. Tell me about your brother. How old is your brother?
My brother is 5 years. He's 26. He's 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
He's making his debut now, so that's, you know, it's going to be a tough fight for him. It's not, you know, he's not fighting a guy that's also making his debut. He's fighting a guy that's had a few fights. And
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Francois the Saint Kundari.
Okay.
And you know, my brother is a very technical guy. He knows his MMA and he studies it a lot, and he's a smart
I've only
guy.
seen your brother fight in CFL. I think they're in. Seen they at
Yes.
Musenberg. I think the one at Musenberg. I saw him fight there. Was it the Musenberg?
I think it
The
was.
Musenberg wall. I know that one of the CFLs was like in a wall.
Yeah, that was. I think it was that one.
Civic Center. or something.
Yeah, kind of something there.
Yeah. That is, and I was impressed.
Yeah,
I saw him fight.
He actually fought. His first fight was against Block, and Block after that fight, Block went. And my brother beat him in the third round with a TKO, and after that, Block probably had another one fight or two, and he went to the EFC.
Okay.
And my brother's also
This is your brother's debut fight, eh?
yeah, this is his debut pro fight.
Okay.
So he's had a couple of good fights, good wins in his amateur career. One bad loss that he suffered due to being sick and losing everything, all his power and shit. The day of the weigh-in. So yeah, and we're gonna see now.
Where is he fighting out of?
He's fighting out of Reps and probably representing Takedown. I'm fighting out of Takedown representing Reps.
Who's the reps?
Reps is Rico, my coach.
Oh, okay.
Rico is his new gym now in Edward Street is Reps MMA.
Okay.
So MMA CrossFit.
I thought it was Rico. I thought it was grappling, whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, it's reps.
Yeah, so now Reps MMA.
Okay, now I know. Thanks for the chat, man. Yeah,
Lekker, man.
I look
It's a
forward
pleasure.
to watching you on Saturday. And you gave me 15 minutes of gold. Like
Awesome,
next
man.
time I'll prepare better for our
Yeah, we do it
conversation.
again.
And we can do it again. I live right around the corner.
No, I
so
like it.
yeah. Thanks,
Awesome.
man.
It's a
Again.
pleasure, man. It's a
Again.
pleasure, man. It's a
Again.
pleasure.